It's time to ask some prices on everyone's favorite money-saving show, which is apparently on their YouTube channel. Crap! Cut! Somebody Okay. Today we're going to be talking about Tokyo Jungle, which specifically for me is in the PlayStation Network, the best of the PlayStation Network Volume 1. I've only played Fat Princess off of this collection. I have not played the other two games, When Vikings Attack and Sound Shapes, but I will probably get around those at some point too, along with Fat Princess. But for now, let's focus on Tokyo Jungle. In case you have no idea what Tokyo Jungle is, in Japan it had a physical and digital release when it first came out, while America only got digital. Well, now we got physical, so ha! Tokyo Jungle is quite simply bizarre. Basically, to put it simply, you have two modes, story and survival. And survival is not just a tacked on thing, it's actually more of the main game than the story. Why? Because you actually have to play the survival mode to unlock bits of the story mode. Actually, almost everything gets unlocked through survival mode, with only a few tidbit things being unlocked through story mode. So, yeah. So, what is the premise of Tokyo Jungle? To survive! The world is an apocalyptic hellhole now. Jungles and wildlife have taken over what was once man. And now animals have ran rampant through Tokyo. But what will survive? The dogs, the cats, the little baby chicken, the tiger, the bear, the alligator, the hyenas? There are a way of many animals to play as, and each one has different advantages in that. So basically, when you start up the game, you basically get a tutorial mode of all the basics, but to be honest, you pretty much have two types of animals: predators and herbivores. Obviously, predators eat others, and herbivores eat grass, or plant life. So making herbivores completely stealth-based, while predators depend a lot more on the type of predator. Whereas small predator obviously is a mix of stealth and hunting, while bigger predators is probably not as much. But I don't have any big predators, and this is a First Impressions. There are a lot of animals to be, and if you're going to survive the streets of Tokyo, you're going to have to find a playstyle you like. Do you like attacking? Do you like hiding? Do you like the advantage of double jump, or speed, or running, or dashing, or tons of stamina, or quick eating? There are so many different advantages. Also, different animals have combos. Like, most herbivores can just like, but like the starting dog can go, huh, huh, huh. So, I mean, there are different combos with the attacks and that. There's different advantages. So many characters with only so many minds. But anyway, once you settle on a character, you'll be thrusted into Tokyo, where you can get a map and see where the majority of food, the food for you, not food for everyone. So if you're a herbivore, it's still helpful to you. To tell you where food is in vast quantities and where food is dying in minis. Basically, you have to keep having children throughout the survival mode after so long, and to keep your years going. Now, the interesting thing is it kind of has an RPG mechanic, but without the normal kind of grinding. Instead, when you start a survival match, you basically get a bunch of randomized, graded quests that stretch for a certain amount of years, like maybe like the first 10, 12 years of that. And you have all that time to complete, like, say, 3 goals. Each goal rewards different stats, and when you breed to have children, depending on your mate, a certain amount of stats get permanently attached to the animal you chose. So when you die and you choose that animal again, that slight stat increase was actually applied. So there is replayability in making your animal stronger and survive greater challenges. The longest I've survived is, I think, 45 years now as the beginning I can't say the type of dog it is. The Parma. It's a big fluff ball. The story I've only done one chapter of. I do have currently the access to chapter 2, and I've always started doing videos of a side let's play this. But the story starts off with a little dog. My understanding, it goes through the point of view of different animals in Tokyo, so you get to see different outcomes and things of what's going on. But eventually, the end, you find out the true reasoning for what has happened to mankind. What? Well, obviously we killed each other. I don't know. Maybe there's a greater scheme behind everything. Maybe it's just a test experiment. Okay, I'll stop doing that. The game has a trophy support, of course. It's a PSN exclusive, PlayStation 3 exclusive title. It can be played on a Vita, to my understanding. And there is a spin-off of Tokyo Jungle on mobile devices called Tokyo Jungle Mobile, which from what I see is some kind of tactics kind of game. So, yeah. But really, it's all about the survival and the leaderboards, really. Which is very odd considering, leaderboard kind of games are really all about the score and the points. And this is really interesting. But there is a point system too, which also has to do with more replayability and better perfectioning your survival. Your points or money. Yes, we're going with Resident Evil Outbreak stuff. Like Resident Evil Outbreak, where you would do levels and things and get a monetary amount of score that would equal thus things you could spend on outfits and stuff. Similar, Tokyo Jungle has them, but unlike outfits. Outbreak, where they were just, skinned NPCs and stuff. Tokyo Jungle gives you gear that your animal can wear that will actually increase stats or give special benefits. Live, passive, or even benefits when breeding. Interesting. And they all cost money. You can't just I'll buy one hoodie thing and they'll go forever. No. Because if said animal dies with it, it's gone. It's gone. You gotta buy more. You gotta buy more of those nice items you like. So you need points. And points you get from survival. And survival, you need to survive and kick ass. And you also purchase animals in this way. Once you've met the criteria to unlock it, you'll have to pay a certain amount of points to permanently unlock it. Now, all the animals also cost points to pick, but when they start out, it's 1. But as you stat them, you'll notice that number is increasing because you're making them stronger. But pretty much, you don't really have to worry about the points very much. As long as you can survive 10 years, you'll get a pretty decent amount of score. Obviously, if you survive tons of years, though, you get tons of points. So, what else? It's a really quirky game. It has very simplistic controls. Basically, you can dodge with the white analog stick. The left analog stick obviously moves. The up on the directional pad will access items that you can carry around from the remains of the ancient humans. These bags of food and cons and Freemason. To kill your arrows, because you can get fleas, and that's annoying, because it's basically like being paralyzed temporarily, so that tiger can just one-shot you. And, obviously you can attack. Of course, like I said, that depends on what animal you are, and that will depend on how many kind of attacks you have, whether it's really powerful or not. Of course, that also takes in question your stats and that. And your gear as well. Ooh, interesting. There's a lot of animals and a lot of fun in this game. But if you're looking for a really, really good story, you're probably not going to find it here. Like I said, this is the first impressions. And, well, story mode doesn't look like it's going to be some huge epic thing. It's really all about the survival mode. Which actually has 2-player mode. Not online, though. It's local only. But still, and that actually adds even more fun to the game because you're not limited to what you are either. You can be a herbivore and a predator. So yeah, that can be really odd. At least, don't quote me. According to what I read, you can be a herbivore and a predator at the same time in two-player mode. But Aaron hasn't came over for me to actually test that out yet, so I went with some information on that. Really, it's about survival, survive, and survive. Get that 100 years in, and be the top. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. That's what I'm liking so far, and if you want to check out my experience with the game, I will be having a side let's play of it at some point in time in the future. I had already started a little bit of it. Draken has slowed down considerably because of grinding and looking for weapons and such, so the odds are some of these may go up while Draken gets caught up if I start winning out Draken on that. Or it'll just, be thrown up some point in time. Anyway, I hope you like my first impressions of Tokyo Jungle. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment, a PM, or anything. Please let me know what you want to know. Next time, there might be some caveman action in Tokyo. That sounds lame.